Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the Southern Ontario real estate market. It's complex, it's always moving, and we've got the latest data from September 2025 to give you the clearest possible picture of what is actually going on out there. So let's dive right in. This is the big question on everyone's mind, right? Is it a buyer's market, a seller's trap? There's so much noise out there. Our job today is to cut right through it and let the numbers tell us who really has the upper hand. Okay, first things first, let's get our bearings with a high-level snapshot. This is going to show us the major trends across the key regions in a market that's, well, it's definitely showing some interesting signs of stabilization and even some new opportunities. And the big picture is pretty clear. Just look at these numbers. Across the board, average prices are down from last year. Look at Hamilton-Burlington, down over 10%. And at the same time, inventory's high. You put those two things together and, yep, it confirms we are smack in the middle of a buyer's market. So what does buyer's market actually mean for you? Well, it's pretty simple. It means you've got more homes to choose from, and, this is the crucial part, you've got way more room to negotiate on the price and the terms. It's a huge shift from the absolute frenzy we've seen over the last few years. Now, one of the big reasons for this shift has been the Bank of Canada. That rate cut they did in mid-September, that was the signal a lot of buyers were waiting for. It's starting to bring people back off the sidelines, and you can feel this sense of cautious optimism in the air. So that's the 30,000-foot view. But how do these big trends actually play out on the ground? Let's zoom in and get a bit more granular. We'll break down the specifics for the GTA, Hamilton-Burlington, and the Waterloo Region. We'll kick things off with the biggest market of them all, the GTA. And let me tell you, the story here isn't simple. It is full of nuance. What's happening really depends on what neighborhood and even what type of property you're looking at. And you can see that diversity right here. In the city of Toronto proper, sales actually jumped back up. But then you head over to Brampton, and the big story is a sharp spike in inventory. And then out in Durham and Halton, all the action is around the more affordable stuff, townhomes and semis. It's not one market. It's a whole collection of micro-markets. This chart really just drives that price gap home, doesn't it? You can see the average price in Toronto is just significantly higher than what you'd find in Mississauga or Brampton. It really highlights how critical your location is when it comes to affordability, even within the same general area. Okay, let's head west down the QEW, the Hamilton-Burlington area. Right now, it's showing some of the most buyer-friendly conditions in, well, maybe all of Southern Ontario. And the key here is how all these factors are coming together. A 10% drop in the benchmark price, that is significant. You pair that with sales actually ticking up a bit, and a massive 5.6 months of condo inventory, and yeah, it is crystal clear that buyers have a real advantage here. And rounding out our little regional tour is the tech hub of the Waterloo Region. And it's giving us yet another unique picture, especially if you're someone trying to get your foot on that first rung of the property ladder. What we're seeing here is a classic flight to affordability. While the prices for those big detached homes have come down, the prices for semis and condos have seen really strong gains compared to last year. Buyers are clearly targeting those more accessible entry-level homes. We've already seen hints of this, so let's zoom in and really focus on a key trend: how different types of homes are performing across the entire area. This data from the GTA really puts it all in perspective. Just look at that month-over-month change column. While detached homes are still feeling the pressure from last year, it's the townhouses and the semi-detached homes that are showing the strongest positive momentum right now. They're outperforming everything else. So this all creates two very different game plans depending on which side of the table you're on. For buyers, the opportunity is so clear. Target those condos and some of the detached homes where inventory is high. That's where you've got real negotiating power. For sellers, it's a different strategy. You have to price competitively and, frankly, be prepared for your home to sit on the market a little longer. Okay, now let's tackle the two questions we hear more than any others. We're going to use data pulled straight from the latest market reports to give you some real, concrete answers. First up, the big one. In this market full of opportunity, where exactly are buyers finding the best value and the most choice? Here you go. And the common thread that connects all of these different areas is a really powerful mix of family-friendly amenities, decent access to transit, and most importantly, they're all relatively affordable compared to the areas right around them. And on the flip side of that coin, Where has the market felt the biggest correction? Where have prices really softened the most over the past year?
And this really just confirms the major trend we've been tracking this whole time. It's that higher end of the market, specifically detached homes in these pricier suburban communities, that has faced the most significant price adjustments.
Okay, so understanding all this data is one thing, but the real challenge, the part that matters, is turning all these facts and figures into a confident decision in what is, let's be honest, still a very complex and high-stakes market. And that's where getting some expert guidance becomes so critical. It's all about taking that market anxiety and transforming it into genuine confidence, because you feel like you're well-informed every single step of the way. I mean, in an environment with so much on the line, just having an honest advocate on your side, someone who can provide clarity and just take the pressure off, that can be absolutely invaluable. So, what's next? If we look ahead to the rest of the fall, the forecast suggests this window of opportunity for buyers is going to stick around. We expect sales to pick up a little bit, but prices should stay pretty stable. And for sellers, the message hasn't changed. You have to be realistic, and you have to price your home competitively.
So we'll leave you with this one thought. The data clearly shows there's more choice, more negotiating power, and more opportunity for buyers than we have seen in years. In a market that's finally offering a real window of opportunity, the only question left to answer is this your time to act?